Well, good afternoon, good morning. I'm thinking it's good afternoon everywhere. This is Paul Salmon. I'm the Eastern Regional Sales Director, and welcome to another edition of Headlights. We are doing a on-demand for the next couple of months to kind of give you a little break because it's peak season. But we have a lot to talk about today. We're going to go into OTBA. We're going to tell you how to leverage your opportunities. We're going to talk about Reload Ready, and we're going to introduce a brand new partnership that we just developed with a new organization. It's going to be really exciting. It'll be coming soon, but we're going to give you some information today. But before we do any of that, a couple of housekeeping or reminders. If you have heard us talk about the older adult market, silver certification, if you're not silver certified and you're dealing with the older adult market, this is your opportunity. Drop an email to training@wvlcorp.com to get started, and we'll just walk you through the rest of it. Also, every time we do these webinars or information sharing, there's always an opportunity for you to promote your organization. And this is through virtual network video. 60 to 90 seconds, folks. Take your cell phone, video yourself, talk about your agency, bio, something special that they do, and email it to wheatonmarketing@wvlcorp.com. Or you can text it to 317-518-1059, and we'll make sure we feature you in one of these events. Also, if you happen to do this and you don't feel comfortable about it, to see how it feels or whatever, please feel free to reach out to myself or Roger or Jamie, and we'll make sure we get you right. Also, another way to promote your organization is through our Facebook sales and marketing group. If you're not a member, please request to join the sales and marketing Facebook group, and we'll make sure you get every opportunity you can to promote your business. Also, to acknowledge our drivers of the month, each month we try to send out congrats or acknowledge top performers in our industry, in our network. And this month we have two drivers that we're going to acknowledge. And first one is Jofson Rodriguez of Beacons of South Florida in Fort Lauderdale. This is the third driver of the month for Jofson. And also Jofson was a driver of the year for 2018. Also, we have Manuel Burnett of Borman Moving and Storage in Woodbridge. This is Manuel's second driver of the month. And the most important thing here to remember is that both of these folks are now eligible to be driver of the year for 2025. And for all of this acknowledgement, they actually get a cash award, a plaque, and equipment decals. So if you see these folks come into your warehouse, your location, give them an extra cup of coffee, a bottle of water, pat them on the back and say thank you for your service, because they're not only the backbone, but they're also the face of to our customers. So as always, each month we like to acknowledge two agents of the month, and one for each brand, I should say. And then for June, we have Grace Moving and Storage, which is in 3 locations in California: Modesto, Tracy, and Clovis. Great organization. Patrick and Sally Bolger are the owners, and they were, I believe this is their second agent of the month acknowledgement. And for Beacons, we have White Glove Moving and Storage and Delivery in Vero Beach, California, Florida. And this is their, they were also agent of the year in 2022. Caleb Clements, great ownership down there with all his people, great team. So if you happen to get an opportunity to reach out to these folks and extend congratulations, because it may be you next. So kudos to these folks. So as I said earlier, moving along, we have, we're going to talk about a bunch of different things. Everything that allows you the opportunity to leverage your current opportunities that you may have. I have Roger Wise with me, who's going to speak about some of Reload Ready, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about OTBA. And I'm going to abbreviate as we go along, but it's one-time billing accounts. So this is a golden opportunity for you here. The only thing I can ask you to do is leverage your COD opportunities. Once you get in the home, speaking to Mrs. Jones, the customer, you got to ask questions. This is your opportunity to probe and ask those specific, effective questions to determine if this is a potential opportunity for you. Questions such as, why are you moving?
Next slide.
Is your company reimbursing you for this? Is there anybody else in your company that's moving like you? Again, there's a host of probing questions that you can ask, and I will urge you to reach out to myself or Roger to help you through those. But basically, what you want to do is you have the opportunity to ask these questions. You must ask them because this is your golden opportunity to figure out if this is a potential account for you in the future. So I'm going to move right along. I'm going to turn it over to Roger Wise. He's going to go into Reload Ready and kind of explain to you what that's all about and how we can foresee some opportunities through that. So, Roger?
Before we go any further, thanks, Paul. I just wanted to take a moment here. I know there's already a few people listening that are like, I don't do accounts. I'm a residential salesperson. That's not my jam. Well, here's something I want to remind you of. I hear all the time, as does Paul, how do I get more SIT inbound to my agency? How do I get more OA work? Well, guys, as a network, the more we work together to leverage our one-time accounts, the bigger deal it's going to be, because sometimes the OTBA is not an OTBA. And I don't do that to be confusing, but oftentimes your customer is moving. We're not billing the account. They're paying and they're getting reimbursed, or they're getting an advance from the company. Those are all opportunities that as a network we can leverage and we can grow our business together. But we can't do it like Paul said, unless you're asking, so tell me, why are you moving to Cleveland? And trust me, if they're moving to Cleveland, it better be for a job. But let's go forward here. Relocation Ready is a program that we put together last year at the Van Line, and we're still kind of building it out. I feel like we've got one of our last building blocks in place. We're going to talk about a little bit later. But as our next slide shows, today, 2/3 of corporations that move their employees are using what we as an industry like to call lump sum. It's one of the dumbest names, but it somehow has stuck. What it means is these people are either getting a relocation allowance, or they're getting a relocation bonus. Sometimes they call it a signing bonus, but it can be 5, 8, 12, 20, $30,000 that they're getting from their employer to get to the destination. This really became a trend after a tax law changed about 7 years ago that changed how relocation gets looked at. So companies have moved to this. Even the big corporations. Cardis is one of the biggest relocation management companies that takes all the money, and we don't like them very much. But their recent report said that 2/3 of their clients are using lump sum. That's a huge continued motion. It's a tsunami in our industry, and it's an incredible opportunity for us as a network. Our program, we offer a lot of benefits. I'll get to that in a moment. The nice thing is, a lot of times folks go, well, I just give my employees a bonus or relocation allowance. I don't want to sign a contract. With Relocation Ready, we don't care. All we got to do is find out who they are. We can set up a program. We can bill the company, or they can pay COD. They can even use Enhancify. You guys remember Enhancify, right? Enhancify, by the way, a little update on that, side note. To date, we've had over 100 applications and over 1,500 financing offers have gone out to our customers. If you aren't taking advantage of Enhancify, give me a call, give Paul a call. We'd love to help you do it. It's a great way for your customers to have yet another option. So that's a little side note, but any organization can move their employees through Relocation Ready, no matter how they want to pay for it. It's a program that is all about helping these folks. And guys, the potential here is huge. Many of you know that before I came to work for Wheaton Beacons many years ago, I was with a little company called Stevens Van Lines. And in my role there, we did about $3.5 to $4 million a year in this exact type of business. It was people that were just given a lump sum. Our people knew how to help those folks, how to work with them, and we did a ton of business. The potential is huge. It's in your city, it's in your market, and as Paul said earlier, the opportunities are right there if you ask the right questions. Let's keep rolling forward. Jamie's team has put together some great collateral material on this. If you haven't seen it, you can download it from box.com, or you can reach out to any of the three of us on here. We have two different pieces. The one of them on the left is for the corporation. So say your person is moving and they say, well, Bill Johnson is the HR guy or the recruiter, and you get a hold of Bill Johnson. We've got material you can send over there. Says, hey, here's a program that can help you and help your transferees have a better experience. And we're not going to go too deep, but there's a whole bunch of great ways to sell this to a company that is currently just giving out a lump sum and crossing their fingers. Uh, we can talk about rogues, we can talk about brokers, and all the terrible things that happen. One of our company that became our client that at the old company, they had an employee that they gave him 10 or $15,000. The rogue took everything. Their employee ended up living in a hotel room with his family of four, and he was a physician. It was a huge nightmare. And when that, I told them we had a program to help them avoid that. Boy, they were excited about it. It's a great thing to sell. It's a great approach. And then on the right side, again, we have these on both brands, but we have a piece that is for your transferee. So if you've got someone who says, well, yes, I am moving with my company, you can send a version of this piece that's customized for your agency. And it helps, it's one more thing that's going to help you close because you can offer a whole bunch of great programs to those folks. So again, we're not going to go through the minutia of it. We've got a program. It's available today. Paul and I would love to work with you on that. And then the next slide, if you don't want to follow up, I don't care. Just call me. If you go, hey, I've got somebody moving out of my place, I'll pick a place where we don't have an agent, Billings, Montana. I don't want to do a national account. That's fine. Tell us who that is, though, and Paul or I will get it connected with. We've got a number of folks that go after this type of business that we would love to feed the leads, and we work with them. Or if you're Billings, Montana, and you want to book this stuff, we're going to help you all day long. So either way, it doesn't matter. We want to help build the network because this is going to be good for all of us over time. So, guys, that's sort of a little reminder of the Relocation Ready program. It's something that's in place today. We've got a handful of agents that have really engaged with it. If you want to know more about it, please call Paul or myself, depending on where you are in the country, of course. Every once in a while, I get calls from Paul's agents, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in the West, right? So we try and keep folks on the right track. But now we're going to talk about something brand new. We just signed an agreement. It's not quite up and running yet, but we wanted to let you know today that this is coming. It's with an organization called EXP Realty. Now, if you're not familiar with EXP, they've been around since 2009, so that makes them a relative newcomer, but they're already this when I put this together was 81,000 realtors. They're on their way to 85 or 90. They're growing incredibly fast. They remind me a lot of how Keller Williams was about 10, 12 years ago. They were like the hot real estate company. All the realtors were going. EXP right now is really hot. It's interesting. They don't have a lot of brick and mortar offices, like almost none. That's kind of their jam is it's a lot of virtual offices, which you can still network with them, but it's not as easy to get into. And that's part of why this program is going to be really interesting. But we have signed a national agreement with them that has a couple of different things that are going to work for us. But again, EXP, they're a great partner. They're very excited about it. We've been working on this for a number of months. And I want to talk to you a little bit about what this is going to mean for your sales efforts. You'll see that we've got what I'm calling dual opportunities. One is we're going to become a national preferred vendor for them. Right now, their only moving related vendor they have on their list nationally is pods. So we will be the van line, both brands that will be added to that. And that means that when you talk to an EXP realtor, when you pull up in front of a home and you go, hey, it's listed with an EXP realtor, you've got an extra closing tool to say, hey, I don't know if you knew this, but now again, this isn't in place yet. So unless you're really tight with your EXP realtor, you probably don't even need to mention it. But it's going to be an opportunity because we will be the van line that is one of their national preferred vendors. It's going to be a great opportunity to network with your local EXP realtors for referrals. I worked with a local agent here in Phoenix a few months ago at an EXP event, and I've lost track of how many leads we got from one event that I'm not sure the agent did any follow-up afterwards. But I've gotten a number of folks reach out to me, and we've gotten several moves out of it. The second piece is that they're offering to our customers is the ability to save on real estate fees and title and escrow. This is a little bit more complicated, and we'll have to have some additional webinars to walk through it. It's going to be for your national accounts, for our relocation ready accounts, that they'll be able to save up to 20% on their real estate fees. And guys, just to throw a number out there, if somebody's buying a $800,000 home, that's about $5,000. That pays for a whole lot of moving service. So this is an exciting program. It's coming in August is when we're going to be rolling this out. But it's got some great nuances to it. It's a two-way deal. I've never had one of these before with a real estate company where it was a two-way deal, that not only did we offer savings, but they also offered some savings. So this is going to be something really big. You're going to have to get trained on it because as I said, it's a little complicated, but stay tuned. We'll be talking more about it. But as the next slide says, we really feel this is a great fit for us because this is to work with our current accounts. I was talking with one of our national account reps about the program, and he said, well, I don't ever find out about the moves until it's too late for the real estate. And I said, exactly. This is something to go back to our current accounts and say, hey, I know you typically let us know late, but if you would like to take full advantage of the Wheaton Beacons relationship, if you can get me upstream, we can help save thousands of dollars to your transferees. And all of a sudden, instead of you're the afterthought that hopefully they remember to send the lead to you at the end, they're going to start bringing you in at the beginning of the process of, hey, we're relocating this person. Can you get them in touch with your real estate program? We'd like to see if this can work. So that's going to be one of the great opportunities. Again, the local partnerships between the EXP. I know several of our agents do work with EXP realtors in their market. This is only going to expand that. And then, of course, it's going to play into relocation ready. So as the next slide says, it's your move. Are you asking the questions? Are you finding out, is this a potential account? Or are you just letting opportunities slip by? So let's work together. Let's help build the network and stay tuned on the EXP partnership. Hopefully we'll have this rolling out early in August, but it should be no later than the end of August that we'll be having this come together. In the meantime, guys, have a great selling summer, and back to you, Paul.
Hey, Roger, thanks for all that information. And as Roger says, it's your move. The big thing that you want to remember from this conversation that we're having is if you're asking probing questions, this equals potential national account or potential additional opportunities. So keep that in mind. Okay, some upcoming events. Marketing Success Group. This is an excellent group run by Jamie Shook, our Director of Marketing. And what this group does, which is a monthly meeting, it allows you the opportunity to not only share ideas, but also to pick up some ideas from your fellow agents. So if you are not or have not been part of this group, I would urge you, if you have anything to do with marketing at your agency, you should be there. And the next one is July 17th. And as I said, every month. So August 21st is the August meeting. So keep that in mind. And as I said earlier, we want to kind of keep in mind that it's peak season. So the August and September headlights will be on demand. You know what? It doesn't matter whether it's live or on demand. We record them anyway, and you'll be able to watch them over and over again. Okay, folks, National Truck Driving Appreciation Week. I know it's early. It's in September 14th through the 20th, but you can start planning now. Get your pictures together, get your cameras together, and make sure you share with each brand and all these photos so we can share with everybody else. Also, save the dates. Sales Training Summit starts, it's in November 11th through the 12th. It's in Indianapolis, and make sure you lock that in. We'd love to have you. and Gala, which is in February of 2026. That's the 17th through the 19th. This is you can lock that in as well. And as always, we appreciate everything that you guys do, and thank you for all that you do for the network. And happy 4th, and have a great rest of your week.